Alright folks, a.w.t.y here, welcome back to my Witcher 2 playthrough. We are going to be exploring Vergen, and it's going to take a while because this place is gigantic. I've accidentally started a number of quests and dialogue options. I've made Stennis mad at me, so we can't ask him about the royal blood. I feel like I'm doing things out of order and really screwing it up, but, you know, that's what happens when you don't know what's going to happen in the game, when it's blind, so... Oh well. Effects of all mutagens, 15%. Well, that's cool. Unlocks the ability to drink an additional potion. Ooh. But then my toxicity isn't going... Toxicity's still going to be a limiter, isn't it? Is there something that allows me to drink more... Does this increase my, available toxicity, is the question. Alright, let me think about this here. I do like effects of all oils used, 15%. I am going to get this eventually. I might want to just take this first and foremost, though. 40%, 40%, and it's 15, blah, blah, blah. Effects of all oils used, 15%. I'm thinking we go with... transmutation for now. Effects of all oils used, 15%. Boom. There we go. Man, we're getting levels fast at the start of this chapter. Alright, I need to try and get my bearings here and make some sort of, like, system of exploring this place with accuracy. It's quite hard. I'm not sure that I've gone this direction yet. What's down over here? Let me get a save in, too, just in case I screw up. Ooh, more stuff to loot. Cool. Oh, sorry, I just robbed you. Hope you don't mind. They never do in these games, do they? In the Witcher games, I mean. Slaraderm, I'll take it. And we got 2 of them because of the Harvester perk. It's actually really good. Some of these herbs that are really rare, it's nice to get 2 of them at once. Very nice, in fact. I have been here before. Okay. What about here? Locked. Okay, I remember this door. Alright, so we've explored right here. It's actually hard to see through this rain and figure out where I've been, where I haven't. What's going on over here? Hello? I've been here before, probably. Looks like we can't go in...
Only Philippa Eilhart may enter.
Alright, we can't go in there right now, but that's where Philippa Eilhart lives, apparently. I thought we were supposed to talk to her, though. Were we not supposed to talk to Philippa? Alright. Could have sworn we were supposed to talk to her. In fact, let me just check here. Go to Stennis to get royal blood. Well, I can't do that anymore. Talk to Philippa at her home. Yeah. So if I track this, what does that tell me? Yeah, it tells me to come here. What the hell? See what I mean? I feel like I've screwed some things up here. I can't talk to Stennis. I can't talk to Philippa. What can I do, eh? I can go up here and see what's there. Alright, this just leads across the walls. I think I've been here before.
Hello, Witcher.
I guess maybe I have to find these magical artifacts before I go talk to her. Because it's saying magic artifact 0 of 1. The one ring to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. Castle of the Three Fathers. We've been here before. I'm just gonna double check that we've searched everywhere. Here's the trap guy. There's the human enclave. Alright, so what's down here? think I'm getting close to searching this entire side bit. Alright, we haven't searched here. Cool. That's a good sign. Iron band, that we could just sell that.
Don't try it. Bump your woman.
Hey guys. I've already been down here, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright. I guess I may have searched everything in this section. Let me just take one last little loop. Like, up through here. Yeah, into the castle of the Three Fathers. Up here, maybe? No. Yeah, we've searched that. Nice waterfall. So there is Zoltan and his lot over here, getting ready to go into the mine. So let's not get too close to them, because I don't actually want to go into the mine. I'm not sure that I've searched through here. Hello? Key required. Oh. Just like in the first chapter, there's a little box. Interesting. Oh, a trader, huh? What do you have for me? Edirnian light sword. Doesn't look that great. Edirnian red sword. And Edirnian short sword. Yeah, none of them look that great. All steel swords, and they all are very similar. Enhancements. He saw some runes. What about crafting diagrams? Robust blue meteorite silver. Ooh. And then there's a red meteorite silver sword. Chance of instant kill 1%. And better damage. And then the yellow sword is adrenaline generation. Why is this one so much more expensive? Because it's better? And the thing is, I can buy these swords. Or at least I can buy the yellow or the blue from that one guy. So, let's not worry about this right now. Thorak. Let's read about Thorak. The local rune master, right, this is the guy that replaced the old one who went missing, Baltimore, had been an important figure in the dwarven community of Vergen since time immemorial. At present, that role was filled by Thorak, a dwarf who had taken up the legacy of his master Baltimore a few years earlier. Thorak ran his workshop impeccably, earning the respect of trust of his kin. He offered services of the highest quality, and like any ambitious artisan, was looking for a way to perfect his techniques and abilities. Now, he sells us these crafting diagrams. It's interesting, though, that while he sells them, he does not craft them. You have to go to somebody else to craft them. Oh, wait, what do we have here? Metallurgist's Gate. Cool, we can go in here. Wherever here is. Okay. The Feudal Society and its enemies. I'm not sure if we've read that or not, but we'll check it out in a little bit. Can't search that. Wait. The life and death of the White Rose and a diagram for oil. We already have this diagram, actually. We'll check out those books later. Can't search that, huh? I wonder where we are. Another book. We've read that one, though. The Council of Mages book, I'm not sure that we have read. And that's everything. This kind of seems like a town hall or something. Let me save in case I accidentally start anything here. When I get too close to this guy. What's down here again? Man, this place is crazy big.
But it's not raining on the kid Wennis.
Have I been in all these places? Apparently not. Wait, what was that? Okay. 5 horns. I got stuck in a box. Oh, good. It's not raining anymore. It's a lot easier to find my way around.
Truly interesting. Well, I'll be plowed by a ferret.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Witcher Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, you're a witcher like any other. Those swords, things of beauty.
Nothing special about them.
Ah, you're mistaken. Few know how to make a silver blade today. Fish eat me if I'm lying. And engraving runes is not exactly farting down a rain spout. I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords. Care to browse through my wares?
Okay. Look at this guy here. Sure, let's trade. What's going on with this guy? Alright, weapons. Lame. All lame. He's got a bunch of daggers, though. Expensive. Crafting diagrams. A blue meteorite silver sword. It doesn't look... It actually looks worse than the other rune swords. Robust. Right, because some are robust and some are regular. Why would I ever want to make the regular one if I have access to the robust? Strange. The blue meteorite. Alright then. Nothing too interesting in here. Though he does sell daggers. And that could be something I'm interested in at some point. Let's sell all these weapons here. And I also wanted to sell my junk. Okay, good.
At your service.
We may be back.
You play dice?
Aye. Us two and the Smith's apprentice.
And that's it?
In Vergen, there's also the headman, Cecil Burden, and the innkeeper. But they won't play unless you prove your worth. Which you could by beating us.
Alright, sure. Wait, hang on a second though. Let me just get a save in there in case I lose all of my money. Alright, here we go. Probably smarter to start with the smaller bet. Oh, that's alright. I got a good roll anyway. What did he get? It's close. It's close, but I think I've got this. Didn't get another 1. And he didn't get another 5. Lucky. I thought I lost that one.
Give me a chance to win it back.
Sometime maybe.
Care for a game of dice?
Alright, let's do it. Yeah, this time I'm gonna start with just 5. It makes more sense. Oh, and he raised anyway. Fine. I was gonna say it makes more sense because then if you have a bad roll, you don't lose as much. Alright, I have a terrible hand. But his is not that great either. So here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, let's just try and get some more 1s, I guess. Didn't get any more 1s. I lost. Alright, let's try that again.
You lot. Care for a...
Yep, let's roll. I'll bet 10. Got a couple 2s. And he has a couple 4s, so not looking good. Yeah, not looking good at all. I'll bet the minimum. Alright, I got a full house. And I won. Nice.
I'd like a rematch.
Yeah, not right now. Defeat the Vergen Innkeeper at Dice Poker. We got a new part to the Dice Poker quest. Cool. Some diamond dust, that's useful. Whoa. Was there no door on the other side of this place? No, it's just a rug. Okay. I thought I saw a door opposite this one. I've been in there. Have I been in here?
Hello, Chief.
Hello.
Greetings.
Oh, you know what? I should also play the Smith guy. Yeah, let's go talk to him and play him too. Where is he?
Evil eye. Truly interesting. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, this guy.
I'd like...
No.
Wait, what? What did he
I
just
wouldn't
say?
mind it.
I'd like...
No, go. I'll play you once I know you've beaten the innkeeper and
Oh,
Cecil.
he's like another level up. He's a really high level. Okay. So the innkeeper's probably my next target for this. Whoa, look at all that stuff we just got. I'm gonna go right back and sell it to him.
I wouldn't mind it.
The irony is they're probably his weapons. Alright. Whoa! Damn it, what the hell is this? I don't like just randomly running into these things. Oh! What? Well, there's Philippa.
What is it, Witcher?
Who is that girl?
Cynthia, a leashed sorceress.
What?
A charming expression. Do you also use muzzles?
Leash means a connection between a sorceress and her assistant. An unfortunate term, I admit, but it explains how things are. Cynthia can tap my power, use my spells. She's a conduit. And she's learning along the way. It's convenient, and except for the name, not derisive at all. But you're not here to talk about Cynthia.
Okay, that's interesting. No, I'm not here to talk about that, but we've got lots of other things to talk about, apparently. For instance... Shoot, where do I even start? Oh, maybe we could talk to her about the tattoo.
Know how to remove a tattoo?
There's a cure for everything, except stupidity. I'll need some green mold, white myrtle petals, and wolf's aloe.
I've got
I'll
those
be back
things.
once I've found the ingredients.
No, I've got them. Wait, how come it doesn't allow me to tell her that I've got the ingredients? Ah, strange. Well, I guess we'll just continue on. Sure.
A sorceress like you ought to know bundles about the wild hunt.
A sorceress's knowledge has nothing to do with superstitions.
The hunt's not a superstition.
True, the phenomenon seems to exist.
I want to know everything there is to know about it.
It's strictly atmospheric. It doesn't interest me. Just as whirlwinds, whirlpools, and snowfalls do not interest me.
All right then.
Have you heard about a witcher's school? Apparently the Viper's their sign.
No, why do you ask?
The Kingslayer wears a medallion adorned with a viper.
Oh,
Pretentious
cool
and
detail.
childish for my taste. He can't be very smart.
So, he's from the Viper School.
Is what they say true? Did Saskia kill a dragon?
Prince Stennis decorated her for it at the court in Vengerberg, so it appears to be true. If you want to know the details, talk to Biggerhorn. Apparently he witnessed it.
Biggerhorn. All right.
How is it that King Radovid's court sorceress and advisor is supporting rebellion in Edirn?
This has grown into more than a simple rebellion, Witcher. Prince Stennis's arrival here confirmed Saskia's right to represent Edirn.
Saskia isn't fighting for Edirn, but for the Pontar Valley. Even Prince Stennis considers you rebels. He hasn't moved against you because war with Kedwen hangs by a thread. Why are you here, sorceress of Tretogor?
It is my duty. If Henselt occupies the Pontar Valley, Redania and Temeria will respond strongly. The North will disintegrate, its unity gone. A dark scenario that is nevertheless avoidable, provided Saskia is successful and wins the Valley's independence.
Even if she thwarts Henselt, there'll be no independence without agreement from Redania and Temeria.
Temeria's expansionist plans melted away with Foltest's death. Redania's ruler is unpredictable, but even he'll have to respect a victory. I'm here to make this victory a fact.
Okay, fair enough.
At the council, you mentioned artifacts were needed to undo the curse.
This is where we're supposed to find out about the specifics
But I can't
that
look for
my
them
quest
now.
log already knows.
I can do that.
Why?
I have my reasons. Tell me something. What happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt attacked Edirn, but met his match. Nobody won that war. Sabrina Glefisig got into a conflict with the commander-in-chief of the Kedweni forces, and this led to both armies being routed. Fireballs turned the battlefield into a flaming tomb. Henselt accused Sabrina of using a forbidden weapon.
And Sabrina cursed Henselt.
I think so. I suspect the curse got out of hand because of the circumstances.
Circumstances? The stars weren't right, wrong phase of the moon. There's always an excuse for simple bungling.
She placed the curse while burning at the stake. Her hands and feet nailed to a wagon wheel. I'd say she did a good job, considering.
Curse, huh? So, are they talking about his infertility? Is that the curse? Or perhaps this wraith thing that's going on? And interesting that King Henselt is the very guy who was in this supposed battle. The same King Henselt who threw that man on that stone. Perhaps he knew that that was going to, like, wake up the wraiths. Perhaps that was his plan all along, and he knew that what was going to happen there.
Know anything about blood curses?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th level curse, also known as the Curse of the Archmistress.
Well, well, I'm impressed.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such a curse couldn't be cast.
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases of this curse being inflicted.
What about confirmed cases of it being lifted?
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, hence the curse's other name. Sabrina Glevizig was on the team.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was designed to end the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented. An eclipse and wraiths also accompanied his curse.
So Sabrina's curse is just a knockoff Rodalega.
Exactly.
Alright, and...
Can Francesca's experience help us?
Certainly. I know the symbols and the workings of the curse thanks to her.
Care to explain? I'm the one risking my neck.
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course at the right moment. I don't know exactly what will happen. Nobody does.
I'll look for those artifacts.
You know what? That's what Cedric was talking about in his vision, that we have to go through that and relive what the wraiths did or something, and we will regain our memory by doing this.
Did you notice? Not all the ghosts were aggressive.
Yes. Most just disappeared when they touched the aura of a living person.
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen and turns them into draugrs.
Is that the Witcher's professional name for wraiths?
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battles. Their bloodlust and hatred in condensed form.
Can you kill them by conventional means?
A silver sword is enough for a draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If I could turn the tide of the battle...
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging to those who fell in battle. Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically active and connected to the fallen, or they won't lure the ghosts.
Right. I'll look around.
Finding 2 will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred and death and leave the rest to me.
I'd prefer courage and faith.
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. Cecil seems to know a lot about the area.
Alright. We already know about that, right?
I'm good for now. I'll let you know when I learn something.
Wait, I still want to talk to her, though,
You
because there were
wanted-
some other things. Okay, magic
You
artifact.
said we'd need a magical object to cure Saskia. Any ideas where I might start looking?
Magical items do not grow on trees, as you know. Luckily, this area has a long history. There's the Battle of Wraiths, the site of Sabrina Glevisig's death and suffering, the abandoned mines.
I was hoping you'd be specific.
I won't ask you to traipse around with a divining rod, but please try to be a little inventive. Ask the locals, that's always a good place to start.
Yep.
I dare say Alderman Burden knows every last stone in the area. Maybe you should see him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
You wanted
Alright,
to...
still got more. Still got more to talk
I'm looking
about.
for Triss. Letho forced her to teleport near Vergen.
Letho?
Voltest's killer, perhaps Demavend's too. Will you help me find her?
Certainly. We sorceresses must stick together. We have too many enemies,
Triss contacted you through Sheila de Tanzerville's megascope while in Flotsam.
and I haven't heard from her since.
Can you locate her?
A megascope responds to a person's aura. If I had something of hers, I could find her. You were close to her. Maybe you have something.
No, I don't have anything.
Not good. Wait. A local drunkard claims he saw a redhead fall out of the sky. This could be a lead.
You waited till now to tell me that, huh?
I never heard of flying women before.
Perhaps they're just drunken delusions. It's possible, however, that an unstable teleport ejected Triss near the town.
As it's our only lead, I'll talk to this drunkard. Do you know him?
I'm not used to associating with drunkards, but you'll likely find him in the inn.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Come back as soon as you learn anything.
Sounds good. Alright. Making
Valve
progress. Of course it is, because she is a sorceress. Why wouldn't it vibrate? Alright. Anything over here, too? I can't get in this? Oh, there we go. We're gonna have a lot of books to read at the end of this.
Who are you?
I'm Cynthia, a mage in training. Philippa is my mentor.
My condolences.
No need for that. True, she's a demanding mistress, but she can also be charming. Besides, she's the best there is, Witcher. She has no equals, excepting perhaps the old elven sorceresses. You should see her cast spells. Light and graceful she is. Not like that old tart de Tanzerville.
Oh, a lot of people do not like de Tanzerville.
You know Sheila?
I've seen her cast spells. I've seen all the great sorceresses at work. Sheila's quite manly in her style.
Whoa.
Precise, logical, exceptionally composed. But she lacks grace and suppleness.
Is that your opinion? Or are you just repeating what Philippa says?
We agree in our assessment.
It
Miss
sounds like her
Marigold,
actual opinion.
on the other hand, is talented. But she lacks determination, courage, and a certain cold willfulness that seems necessary.
That's
That
interesting.
seems accurate.
Kira Metz and Margarita Low-Antiel are both blasé, seemingly resigned. One's a hedonist and nymphomaniac. The other cares only about her school. They lost enthusiasm for magic long ago. Then there's Francesca Finderbear. Nobody really knows what the old she-elf is capable of. But she's clearly very powerful.
She's an elf, huh?
I take it Philippa has none of these flaws, but she must have some weakness.
Ambition. Infinite, boundless, and burning like the Korath Desert.
Yeah, I kind of got
Just
that
out
from
of
her.
curiosity, how much does a magic course cost these days?
I'm certain you can't afford it, Witcher. Besides, you're too old.
No
That's not
matter.
why I
I
asked.
have a few of my own tricks as it is.
You mean Witcher's science? Philippa can conjure up the illusion of a garden full of flowers, fruit trees, and young elves of both sexes copulating merrily all the day.
Well, for whatever good that
And
does.
the illusion is complete. The flowers have an aroma. The fruit and she-elves are juicy.
What's the point?
Invite me over the next time she conjures up this garden.
Yeah, right?
I'd gladly see it. Professional curiosity.
Let's call it that.
Naturally. But I doubt Philippa's in the mood for complicated illusions. She focuses all her efforts on Saskia.
Okay. Whoa, geez, sorry. Didn't mean to shove you there. Let's get out of here. So, we got some more stuff done here. That's nice. Now, as I work my way down, let me try and get a bearing on what I've explored. This is going to be quite difficult, I think. What's over here to the right? Oh, I do like this music. Here's the thing, let me take a look and see if I still have the green mold. I do. So I'm not sure why both Philippa and Triss, even though I have the items in question, they refuse to say anything about the tattoo. I find that very frustrating. I want to remove the tattoo. The dialogue option is just not coming up. Okay, so there's the back entrance to her house. We've already been in there. Nothing really to do down here. Let's go talk to the drunkard at the inn. Since we're so close to it. We can also dice with the innkeeper, and then I think I'll try and explore the other part of Vergen.
Fell from the sky.
Always in a hurry. You'll have a stroke.
How can I?
Alright, let's dice. Oh, I'm looking for places of power.
Looking for places steeped in magic. You remember any stories of sorcerers or magical places in the area?
Not counting the fire-spitting bits from 3 years ago. Well, a sorcerer once lived in the wood beyond Vergen. You could look there. Maybe something's left. You might also speak to Cecil. Nobody knows Vergen's history as well as our alderman.
I think Cecil is one of the dwarves waiting for me at the mine.
How can I help?
Let's play poker.
I'd like to play...
So, shall we play now?
Yeah, you bet. If I bet 5, the other guy just raises to 10, so there's no point in betting anything. Reroll the dice. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to try and get a straight. Please give it to me. I got nothing otherwise. Damn it. I needed a 5. Alright, let's try it again.
A 1!
Yeah, for now, buddy.
How can
for now.
I'd like to...
So,
Alright, and 10 is the max, so there's no point in whatever you bet. The other person's just gonna bet the same up to 10, apparently. I've got a couple 5s. He has 3 4s, so this is not good. I still could win, though, so let's try. All I need is a 5, and for him to not get another 4. Whoa, that was a big roll. I'm really lucky I kept my dice. But I got the 5. I still lost? Damn it.
a 1!
Jesus. Alright, let's go again.
So,
it's frustrating when you get into a losing streak with this dice poker. Because there's nothing you can do about it, you know? Alright, I actually have a good roll this time. Let's see if we can raise him up to 7 and see if he'll take it. Yep. We're in good shape. What? We still lost? Are you... Oh, he got a full house? This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Do you see what I mean? Even when I get a good roll, this is better. Is there anything in this? Nothing I can do about this. This makes me so mad. All I can do is just lose my money again and again. I have to beat him. I'm not even doing it for the money. You can't make money well. Oh, look at this. There's no way I'm beating that. I'm just gonna pass and try again. Ah.
a 1? How can I?
You bastard. Alright, you bastard. Come on now. Just let me catch a break. Please. Maybe he'll roll one of his die off of the board. That happened once to a computer player. I got a crap roll, 2 pair. He's got also 2 pair, but it's a better 2 pair. What do you know? In that case, I need to get some 5s here. Come on, give me at least 1 5. Alright, I got at least 1. And I still lost. What do you know? Who would have thought, huh? Who would have possibly guessed that I would lose?
How can I help?
I can't believe how much money I'm losing to this guy. Damn it. And the thing is, like, you'd have to think statistically I would win eventually, right? Right? Oh, good lord. He's got 2 pair. I've got crap. I need at least 2 3s. I'm gonna pass and go for the next one. That seems to be the only control I have. I can either just give up my 10 orens, or I can risk more. That's the only choice I've got in this matter, because there's always an obvious... Like, it's always pretty obvious which die you should re-roll. The only decision you ever have to make is, am I gonna go for a straight or a pair, or am I gonna go for a full house or 3 of a kind? Those are the only 2 strategic dice roll choices. Alright. His roll is not so good. Mine is a little bit better. Let's see how this pans out. I'm gonna bet a bunch. And really hope that I get a 3. Alright, I did. If he still wins, oh, thank Christ. If he still won after all that, I would have completely lost it.
Look,
thank goodness.
I'll take my coin, please.
Too good for me. Try the head man, Cecil Burden.
Might
Sure.
do just that.
Is he here? Is Cecil here?
I heard human women need only sit astride a man's pants for their bellies to puff up.
Is this Cecil?
What's the rush?
No, it's not Cecil. You know what? I'm gonna do some,
Fighting on?
I am gonna fight on.
Worthy contender.
Stand and fight, but
You know what? I'm gonna do this again to make up for the money that I
in
lost
that case,
with all the dice poker. It's easy money, this fist fighting. Oh, I say that and then I screw it up.
fight these balls!
Stop stroking him and wrap him up!
Oh, that was a cool one. Yeah, I like that finish.
That was a sight for sore eyes. Beautiful.
Is that it?
We're all on break. You want to fight? Come back later.
Oh, alright.
Stroking him and wrap him up!
Let's see if we can't find this dwarf we're supposed to find here.
Lots going on.
Aye. Virgin Dragon Slayer. Squirrels and onlookers.
Hope things get back to...
Alright, nothing going on there.
Lots going on around.
No, it's the same guy.
Fancy taking on a dwarf?
Oh, right, these guys. Sure, I'll do a little bit of arm wrestling to get some of the money back I lost. I think this was the hard one, though. Yeah, it is. Really bouncing around here. Oh, don't lose it now. There we go.
You're tough as mahakam and steel. The prize money is yours.
What do you know? Pretty average. Haven't seen you in a while.
Monsters for that meat.
Is this the guy here?
Mutated him when he was young. You associate with sorceress.
What's the rush?
This must
I
be
heard
the
you
guy.
saw something interesting.
As clearly as I see you. Amazing. I look into the sky. But wait, you must buy a fellow a drink for such a story.
He doesn't sound that
you
drunk yet.
shut it already. We could all recite this bullshit now.
I'm a client and I'll say what I want. Pour me some Mahakaman mead and no cheating. This noble wayfarer will pay.
Yeah, why not? Oh, what? It's like treating it as a bribe? Well, I mean, let's just go to... In my experience, when you usually have to go on the high end. Maybe we'll go a little bit lower than that. Let's try 15.
I'll pay. But
Yes.
if you bore me, I'll shove this meat up your ass.
But such a fine liquor. And my ass has no taste. You won't regret it.
Gross.
Last week I was passing by the gullies. I like to take a hike from time to time.
He's like,
Get
all
to the
right.
point.
Hush. So I'm walking and suddenly there's a flash, a crack. I'm thinking, a storm's coming. But nary a cloud in the sky.
You hit the ground with your arse so hard you saw a flash. You were that drunk.
Then I saw people lying in a gully as if they'd fallen from the sky, a man and a woman. The woman was so beautiful, I wished she'd fallen down on me.
Yeah, I've been away for a bit, but I'll be around till Saturday. Oh, sweet. What did she look like? Who was the man? Well, we've already heard this bit. Let's start
Did
with
you get
that.
a good look at the man?
Huge fella.
Yep,
His
we know
mug
who that
cut
is.
up like he shaved with a scythe while drunk.
What did the woman look like?
A redhead, wearing a vest and high shoes, with pert tits and a round arm.
That sounds like Triss.
Just waiting to be grabbed and...
Sounds just
Okay.
like your old lady.
Shut your mouth.
What happened then?
Well, the woman was hurting, couldn't get up. The man clearly disliked her, because he didn't help her. He just stood there, menacing and talking, and then he left. And the redhead stayed.
Really?
Noticed her tits, but didn't even try to help her, you sod.
I was about to do exactly that when a troll came out of the gully, ugly as shit after blueberries.
Did it attack her?
Not at all. I hid and saw everything. First he sniffed her, so I thought he'd eat her. But he didn't. He threw her over his shoulder like a sack and returned to the gullies.
Is that all?
Yes. Didn't waste your money, as you'll agree.
Always in a
All right,
hurry. You'll
cool.
have a
So
smoke.
it seems like Triss has been rescued by some trolls. I bet if we find their lair, we'll find Triss. Awesome.
Even worse, a sorceress.
Well, I'm glad we found that.
Rotten times.
How can I help?
Let me see if I can access my storage, and yeah, let's get rid of a bunch of my crafting stuff here. Okay, good. Search the ravines mentioned for the blah 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 blah. I think it's time. Is it nighttime? Oh wow, look at that. I'm gonna meditate till daytime, so that we make sure that we are able to talk to everyone we possibly can when we explore Lower Vergen. Right, through here.
Don't try anything.
Oh, lots of merchants to talk to.
My pentacles intrigue you?
Indeed. I'd like to see them up close.
Let's start with introductions then. I'm Felicia Corey, and you're Geralt of Rivia.
Well, everybody knows me
Why
around
the
here.
surprised face? I heard about you in school. Whether you like it or not, you're a hero of contemporary history and of the love stories we read beneath our blankets.
Oh ho.
You studied at a.w.t.y?
Yes, though I'm still to finish my potion and fetish internship, which is why I'm here.
And you're doing it under Philippa Eilhart's watchful eye. Any way I can help you?
Help from a hero of our readings? Now that's drawing on sources for real. I'd be grateful. The locals are reluctant to buy magic items, and I really need to pass.
Let's see what I can do.
Okay. Oh, this is the person who can change my hairstyle. Is there anything interesting? No. No, there isn't. These are all the exact same hairstyles from Flotsam, so no thank you. I would like to see what you're selling, though. And we can dice. I don't know if I want to do that. Crafting diagrams. Let's see. Okay, so she sells a lot of the things... I was wondering about this back in Chapter 1. Like, are we going to be able to buy these formula if I don't farm and get them right away? I did farm and get them right away because I didn't know if they would be available. Turns out, she sells them. She seems to sell just about everything that you could get. Bombs, potion-wise, that you could get in the earlier chapters. Quest items. She also sells these surgical tools. A quest item. I'm gonna go ahead and buy these now, because it's a quest item. I'm sure it'll come up at some point. It also has a few books. Bruxe, Eulogist of Death. Oh, you know what? This is a hint. Probably it's a Bruxa that has been killing all of the men, if I had to guess. I mean, why else would they have the book there? We got a book on drowners. I wouldn't mind getting that, actually. Yeah, let's get it. Gargoyles, harpies, how to kill a bulvor, lure of the temptress. Wow. Oh no! Describes succubi. That is probably what is killing the men. That makes a lot more sense. Neckers in the Mist, of trolls and trolling. Sure, let's get that. We don't need that. We don't need that. The Dun Banner. Describes the unit known as the Dun Banner. I'll take that. The Grand Triple. We've already seen that before. The Immortel of the Dwarven Herb. Describes the herb known as Immortel. I'll take that. Information on Drogs. That could be useful. Rot Fiends. The Rudiments of Pathomorphology. I'll take that. The Valley of the Flowers. Demon Uprising. Blah, blah, blah. Indrigas, huh? So we're going to be fighting more Indrigas. I'll take Wraiths. Yeah, I remember Indrigas from the first game. They were pretty tough. Earth Elementals. I may come back for the rest of these books, but for now, that's all I want. She also sells Petrie's Filter. Interesting. Okay. Well, I have a lot of things that I need to read, and I do mean a lot. So I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be hopping off pretty soon. I think now for the rest of the time, I'm going to catch up on reading these books and my journal and the quest log as well. So if you guys don't care to see that, feel free to hop off here. Let's get to it. First of all, Wraiths. Wraiths are not, as some claim, the outward manifestations of an inner fear. They are visible, tangible, and dangerous on top of that. According to the teachings of priests, those who died suddenly without completing their tasks in this vale of tears become such specters. Wraiths have their own aims. Sometimes they remain unaware of them, but more often than not, they pursue their calling without the slightest regard for the living. Yeah, that's pretty contemporary. The Rudiments of Pathomorphology by Milo Vanderbeck. I got this because it could come in handy if we have to do like some sort of autopsy on those corpses that we're going to find in the crypt. The world should finally understand that the examining the dead can save the living. We owe the dead respect, that is true, and that is exactly why such examinations should only be done by doctors or students under the watchful eyes of their professors. In further sections of this work, I describe how a respectful dissection should be conducted, and what tools should be used to reach the truth with proper respect for the deceased. Now, this speaks to something that I think is even true back in the day, that performing autopsies was very taboo. People felt it very disrespectful to the dead, and even if it led to possibly maybe finding out why they died, or even finding their murderer if they were murdered, people didn't want it done. And I think that was true in the past, in our realm, and it's true now during The Witcher. The Drog is a mythical creature, issuing straight from ancient legends of heroes and their epic deeds. When a hero descends into a fiery hell to rescue his beloved, or when he seeks to avenge his father's death, the Drog is often his opponent. Why are poets so keen to cast this monster as the archenemy? Well, as a wraith, the Drog fits well into any dark story of a curse or vengeance from the world beyond. Described variously, always as terrifying, its true appearance remains unknown. It is a powerful creature, a prince of the damned, thus making an ideal villain. It seemed to me that the Drog was made up of like armor and weapons and such. It was some sort of, living armor type creature. The Dwarven Immortel is called the Devil's Tail by the dwarves themselves, and whatever that name is, that is the Sun's Blood by the elves. The plant has powerful medicinal properties, but is relatively unknown and extremely rare. According to elven legend, an archer once managed to pierce the sun with an arrow. The sun's blood dripped from the sky, sinking into the ground so deeply that it penetrated ancient hollows in the rock. This herb may today be found in places where the blood settled. That account may or may not be apocryphal, but it's a fact that the Immortel is sought after as an ingredient for antidotes and beauty elixirs. It grows in caves and old mines, for it does not require sunlight, and that's why it is described as Dwarven. Figures. The Dun Banner. This is one of the relics that we're supposed to find for the quest. It rose to fame during the last wars with Nilfgaard, a a.w.t.y light cavalry regiment initially patrolled the area around Ban Glean. Called to the front, it proved its mettle during the incursion into Upper Eddern, but it was the chroniclers of the Battle of Brenna who made the unit famous. Because history likes to repeat itself, several years later, the Dunbanner once again led Henselt's foray into Eddern. This time, it suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of an ostensible ally no less, the sorceress Sabrina Glevissig. Decimated beyond resurrection, the unit was never reformed, and its characteristic cloaks and beaver-skin caps, which once bred terror in the hearts of Kedwen's foes, became a thing of the past, though they remain identifying marks by which the unit's few surviving former members recognize one another. Look at that. According to legend, trolls were born of the earth and their body is made of rock. They fear and despise sunlight, which kills them by turning them into inanimate stone, so they only prowl at night. That's not true, is it? So much for legends. What is reality? Well, as always, the truth is far more mundane. Trolls are living creatures like you and me, and they prefer day to night. For they are so clumsy they stumble over stones in the dark, spilling the vodka they cherish so much. Their skin is indeed hard as stone, but beneath it, there are muscles and a heart that pumps blood. Given that they bleed, they can be killed. Cool. Drowners. Sometimes drowned men return as monsters to haunt the living. Tormented by their own deaths, they seek to murder others. They prefer to draw their prey underwater. As their victims drown, they tear them into shreds and consume them like soggy biscuits. Scrumptious. Such creatures are called drowners. They are numerous on the banks of the Pontar, as this large river, with regular shipping in riverside villages, provides them with ample sustenance. The Conclave of Mages. The Conclave was, next to the Supreme Council of Sorceresses, one of the two main bodies ruling the magicians. The most powerful sorcerers of their time sat on it. One of its duties was regulating the standards and rules of using magic. The ban on necromancy was one of its edicts. Before the Thenid Rebellion, a large part of the Conclave conspired with Nilfgaard. During these events, most of its members died, the sole survivor being Francesca Findabair. After the coup, the Conclave was not reactivated, thus many mages do not respect the restrictions it had created. Oh, Emir Var Emrys. Among all the rulers of that time, one cannot omit the Nilfgaardian emperor, known as Deithwin Adin Stuff Nilfgaardian words, which means, in Elder speech, white flame dancing on the barrows of his enemies. Kings from the Bwina to the Yaruga trembled at the sound of his name. His legions of steel-clad soldiers crushed countries under their heels and cast monarchs from their thrones. In his insatiable ambition, he had tried to conquer the North on several occasions, yet he had been forced to sign peace accords each time. Though he does not appear in our story personally, his long... he's not going to come into the story? His long shadow often fell over the events I describe here. Yeah. History of the Council of Mages. I'm not sure if I read this or not. The Supreme Council of Sorceresses consisted of talented mages, most of whom were also advisors to the rulers of northern kingdoms, blah blah blah. I think I've already read this. And I've definitely read that. The story of the one known as the White Rose of Sherewed is both sad and tragic. Over 200 years ago, Ellerin led elven youth into a hopeless fight against humans. You know what? Yavin in the first game quoted this particular story. This heroic dash could end in only one way. They died for freedom, for stone and marble of their cities, and for Ellerin. Just as she promised, they died with dignity, heroism, honor. Yet elves could not rise again after that defeat. However, she remains a symbol of fighting for freedom to this day, and elven insurgents go to battle with her name on their lips. Yep, I remember that. Wait, I should be looking at books. We've already read The Wild Hunt. Is there anything else? The Feudal Society and its enemies, we've read that before. Alright, I think we're all caught up here. Perfect. And you know what? I'm now going to sell these books back to her. Let me scroll down to the actual books here. Oh, shoot. Hang on, maybe I should hang on to that one, though, that I think is going to be part of a quest. Where was it? Where was it? Yeah, this one. I'm going to hang on to that one. And I'll hang on to that one. Wait. The rates. Perfect. Now, let's take a look in here. Where is Triss Marigold? Blah, blah, blah. Hunting magic. Talk to the townsfolk about magical locations. And then we've got Poker Face going on. Locations we're all caught up on. Anything new in here? Felicia Sori. The young sorceress from the school at a must, apart from passing exams, complete an internship under a mistress's watchful eye. As part of such an internship, the young Felicia peddled magical curios of her own production in Vergen. She doesn't have much, to be honest. I mean, the books are nice. And then we do have tons of monster things, but these should be exactly the same descriptions as they were in the books. Anything new in the glossary? Oh yeah, definitely. Dun Banner, we've already read that. Conclaves of Sorceresses, we've already read that. Emperor Emrys. According to Shillard's words, Geralt had the honor of facing the Emperor, who spared his life at the time. Though I am well aware of the circumstances surrounding that event, I shall omit them here, as they are not directly connected to this story. Ellerin. Yeah, and we've read that. Perfect. Now, if I pop into here, we'll go over to knowledge. I wouldn't mind reading a little bit of trolls, too. They're counted among sapient creatures. They can speak our tongue, though not very colorfully. They mate in pairs for life, and despite what the spiteful would have, they have feelings, even if they express them unceremoniously. All trolls share fondness of building and alcohol. They combine these passions by erecting bridges and drinking away the money gained from collecting tolls. Thus originated the saying, straight like a troll bridge. When something is twisted and trolling it a day, when construction workers make a break for lunch. Oh my gosh, so many Witcher colloquialisms, I got tongue-tied. If a troll spots his opponent from a distance, he would try to crush him by throwing huge rocks. Oh yeah, I remember that. Trolls are surprisingly accurate when throwing missiles, and their thick skin provides them ample protection from arrows. So exchanging fire with them always ends in the troll's victory. Basically, fight them close, not far away. The beast must be reached as fast as possible and slaughtered with strong blows. They are sluggish, so a swordsman that evades first a thrown rock, then with Then W rock heavy fist? I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, that typo. Has a chance of survival. One should not take risks, however, and if possible, reach an understanding with the monster. Trolls are huge beings, so knocking them down or unbalancing them in combat is highly unlikely. Their ability to regenerate is legendary and means they need not fear wounds or oils increasing bleeding. However, their fast metabolism has a darker side, since these monsters are very susceptible to venoms. Oh. These swiftly reach all recesses of the trollish body. I actually did kill that first troll, well not kill it, but defeat it, with the Devil's Puffball bombs my first time. And let me see here. Let's read about wraiths. The wraiths are always connected to the sites of their demise. They may protect their former homes, or they may seek vengeance. One may even find small groups of the wandering damned in crypts and catacombs or on battlefields. It is not true that they only appear at night. I can confirm, however, that one cannot communicate with them, and they have no fear of man or monster. Wraiths hover just above the ground, so they move very swiftly. One should strike at them strongly and make ample use of signs. As immaterial beings, they can appear and disappear at will. If the Witcher swings his sword too slowly, giving the ghost time to react, he might find himself striking nothing but air and then sense a quick riposte in his back. Wraiths do not bleed, and common poisons cannot harm them. They are, however, susceptible to fire and, of course, to silver. The best means of fighting a wraith is the so-called spectre oil, which should be used to coat a silver blade. Oh yeah, I figured as much. Drogs. As an archwraith, the Drog never stoops to doing anything with its own hands. It has lackeys for that. Always wraiths, revenants, or other restless spirits. Having been a king or a commander in life, the Drog retains its charisma in death, and its deathly subordinates always blindly obey its orders. That's interesting. Thus one needs to exterminate all manner servants on the way to its underground palace, wilderness, keep, or other foreboding abode. Foreboding abode. Only then can one face the Drog itself. That's literary tradition for you, right? The Drog can be described is what that should say, in various ways, as has been said, but is always a lethal foe. Forget its huge strength and vulnerability to pain, fearlessness, and bloodlust. One cannot just defeat a Drog using conventional means. As with every other wraith, there is some tragic event connected to it, forcing the creature to remain among the living. The Drog is untouchable, unreachable for anyone who is not part of that story. That is why the mythical hero has to get involved in various brawls and pass through many trials. By overcoming these obstacles, he enters the Drog's world and becomes worthy of facing the monstrosity. The race leader is so powerful that it mocks simple Witcher's tricks. The one sure thing in fighting the Drog, it must be said, is a silver sword. Okay, so most things are not going to work on it, and we have to go through that reenactment of the battle to take it down. Drowners. When monsters are really crappy, ganging up makes them happy. Oh yeah, that's Drowner 101. Drowners are not the mightiest beasts in the world, so they hunt in groups, in accordance with the above saying. They are surprisingly fast on land, but are a threat only to fishermen and washerwomen. They can best a witcher only if he is drunk or in love. Sometimes, however, a more robust specimen is found among the drowners. It is called a drowned dead, and can command the entire band. Thus, it's best to eliminate it first. I haven't really noticed a drowned dead, but maybe I just missed it if they're really similar to the regular drowners. And I actually found drowners to be the most difficult creatures that I fought, aside from bosses, in Chapter 1. Once they swarm you, they move very fast. They're extremely dangerous. They were harder than the Indrigas and the Neckers. And the Wraiths, for that matter. One could say that if drowners chatted amongst themselves, Geralt would be highly esteemed among them after his exploits in Vizima. Yet drowners do not chat. They are dumb like a left shoe. And good. Fast styles should be used when fighting them, and one must spin swiftly before they flee from a witcher's blade. Enough said. Yeah, they do dodge quite well, I noticed. As they are already dead, drowners do not fear poisons, and even a large loss of blood makes no impression on them. This ends the list of the monster's strong points, however, as the rest of the witcher's arsenal is extremely effective against them. Thus the drowners can be killed with fire, immobilized by traps, knocked down, and above all else, sliced and diced until slime spills from their ears. Cool. Alright, that is it. One more take, if you guys want to see one more time, you know, here's where I'm going with my levels. I think the next thing I'm going to do is maybe get into some of these skills right here, and then try and get up to Berserk mode. So I think I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go here, are my next 3 levels, so that I can unlock an adrenaline ability, because I feel like it should be a priority to unlock some sort of adrenaline ability as fast as you can. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's going to be it for me today. And I will see you in the next bit, where I try to talk to the locals, maybe get rid of this tattoo finally, and maybe spend some money on what these merchants have to offer. Bye-bye.